Hey everyone, welcome back to the IWP Network, or if it's your first time, welcome hanging out with us. Thank you so much for choosing this podcast, and feedback is always welcome. So make sure to check the links below for all social media links, audio and video versions of this show, and merch. We look forward to hearing from you and hearing that feedback, and enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangin Beers Podcast 114. We are back. We have a lot of beers to pour.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm hungover.
Lazy Sunday.
I went out last night to Black Diamond and did the support for autism awareness. They did a great job. I think they raised over $2,000,
Awesome.
which is great for a good cause. A lot of people turned out. Bad Hooligan played, which is a mix between Hooligan and Bad Maggie. So it was Keith Collins, Tyler Smaller, and Dave Platchko. All jamming out, having a good time. They did a great job. Like I said, it was a good cause. They raised a lot of money. Got to try some fun beers. I got to try Cunningham's like a in the sun Pilsner or lager.
I'm pretty sure that's a newer one.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was a good lager. And then I got to try Victory's lager, very very light lager. That was pretty good too. I had a few of those, and then I switched over to some Chetty, and I went nuts. How was everybody else's beer week? Anyone doing exciting?
Not really anything super exciting. Last Sunday went to Rusty Rail with my dad.
How was that?
Good.
I've never been there.
He's been there before and I hadn't.
Yeah,
So
Rusty Rail. It's a really cool place.
When we were going, because he drove, and then I told him, "Oh, turn here," and he's like, "Oh, okay, I know where we're going. I was here before."
Yeah, they have like suites and shit. You can stay overnight and stuff too.
Really?
Yeah, and it's all like crazy, like really nice, like woodwork and stuff. Yeah,
Cool place. Because it's an old factory. They used to build like wagons and stuff there, and then like old trucks and stuff.
Yeah. So I want to thank our sponsorship here, Abaddon Tattoo Studio, a unique professional experience nestled in the small town of Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. They provide high-quality tattoos and piercings in a relaxed, professional, and sterile environment. You can check out the links below, and then you can follow them on all social media and find out where you can get your tattoo. Thank you so much, Jen, for the share. Really appreciate that. And we also want to thank our Patreon people. Speaking of them and Jen, I always say the fucking name wrong. I apologize, Tommy. Borsrath. How do you say that again?
Bozarth?
Yeah, Bozarth. Yeah, Tommy.
Sorry, Tommy.
Tommy, you're amazing. I just have a hard. I'm gonna say Tommy B. We're just gonna say Tommy B. Tommy B. Thank you so much. Bozarth. I think Bozarth looks good. Yeah.
He can correct us if you want.
He actually joined last week. Last Bangin Beers,
Sweet.
Because he knows Cheesefoot, and
nice.
He said he really liked the show. So, thank you so much for the support. The Tree of Life Metaphysical Shop, Brad Zalonis, the PA Pile Driver Podcast, Hireth in Other Words, Jay, Austin Blackwell, sorry,
I wrote my own name,
and Jen Myers as our Patreon supporters. Also, if you're like us in the morning, you're probably a zombie into that fourth or fifth cup of coffee, because you know me. I need my coffee. Not anymore. Fellow podcaster Sharkbite Biz has launched their own coffee line, Dead House Coffee, that has the finest coffee around. Store-bought coffee has been sitting on shelves for months sometimes. Not this brew. It's shipped within 24 hours of being roasted to ensure you get the freshest coffee experience go around. Go to deadhousecoffee.com and use their code TORNADO to get 10% off your purchase and help out this show. Don't be a zombie. Dead House Coffee. Get back to life. So there you go. We got that stuff out of the way. Got our little sponsorships out. Let's crack this first one open. This is the special Chetty. So Bob has not got to experience this yet. I got this growler the other day. I hope it stayed good.
Hopefully the growler kept up, because this is definitely a special Chetty.
Yeah. This might be my beer that I'm going to pour in this glass and keep as like in between beers. A little hair of the dog.
So,
yeah, go
anyone
ahead.
is not aware of this. So Yingling had Chetty Fest the last week. And if anyone from the area, Lord Chesterfield Ale, Chetty. I get absolutely annoyed as fuck when I see people like, I'm not gonna call it Chetty. Why are you gonna call it Chetty? No one calls it Chetty. I'm like, you even live here?
Everybody calls it
like
Chetty.
literally everybody calls it Chetty.
I think I'm the only one who calls it the Lord.
I do the Lord as well. But like it's like the simple Chetty. Give me a Chetty. So there's no one out there that does not call it Chetty. And if you do,
It still smells
not
amazing.
call it Chetty, but whatever. All right. So this is
I do have cans of Chetty if you want to if you want to do like a taste of each one.
I actually did that last week. You want to grab it? Let's do it.
Yeah, or even like a look, because it's definitely dark. Like it has a darker, like a little haze. Like it's a little more hazier than regular
just
Chetty.
A touch of the cat pit.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is a dry hop with a Zaka Lord Chesterfield Ale. This is probably the closest thing England's gonna have to an IPA. This is fantastic.
I may have a case back there.
We're gonna do a next a Chetty to special Chetty.
So this has been checked in 34 times. So it hasn't. Not many people have had it.
You probably can't see on the camera, but the difference is
Oh yeah.
yeah, look
Cloudy.
at that. That's slightly hazy, boy.
Yeah. 6 friends checked it in. It averages a 4.30. 34 check-ins is average of 3.59.
So oh yeah, it's still good.
All right. So this is there any write-up or anything about this? Did they do?
I don't think they did.
No, it's just like a
one
very-
sentence that says it's got a sack.
Yeah, just
Okay.
so yeah, dry hop. It's a Lord Chesterfield Ale dry hop with a Zaka, which Lord Chesterfield is apparently already dry hopped with whatever hops they use,
Mhm.
but they use the Zaka on this one, and holy shit!
I was gonna start maybe calling some people out for their reviews here. Yeah, 375, 450, 475 with a wow.
Is that me?
No, I'm just going through people's check-ins. Bill,
That is good.
you gave it a 4.8. You got that
Mhm.
special. Oh, you
Yeah.
got you got
Bill and
special.
Bob,
Bill and Bob are the special untappers over here. You gave it a 4.75.
$5 a month, not even.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this. Like, if Yingling does not put this out, I'm gonna be fucking upset.
I still honestly think that they could have called it like an IPA and released it and didn't have to say Chetty, but
I will say this. I really, really like this beer. It's fantastic. But I know it's a special Chetty, but to me, it loses Chetty to me. Like this
Yeah, it
isn't-
does.
yeah.
This is not to me. This is not Chetty. Like I love Chetty. Chetty's my favorite beer. But if this was bottled, I would fight between which one I'm drinking or buying between this and Chetty, because these are my 2 favorite beers. that you
They
guys
are
made.
distinctly different, but you can tell there's still some of the Chetty characteristic in this one.
Yeah.
But like, would that just like I don't know if it's the complete exact formula that no one's really explained that. I'm assuming it is.
Chetty has, and when I say this, I don't mean it in a negative way, but Chetty has that dank skunk taste to it. To me, like that. I don't want to describe it wrong and make it sound gross, but it has that like that skunky taste or that bitter taste towards the end, where this drinks more like a hazy IPA.
Yeah.
And it smooths out.
Well, it's funny because like how like if the only thing they changed was dry hopping with the Azaka, like that's crazy just how much that will change the beer.
Well, is it Azaka substituted or is it added to?
See that I don't know. I don't know if they
I'm
replaced
not
the dry
sure either.
hops with Azaka completely or they added it. Let's see if they have anything on the site. 'Cause I know that's what they said about.
It is unbelievable. If you haven't had a chance to try it yet, definitely go get it. Or if it's gone, sorry. Yeah, but I love it. I think this is super tasty.
Yeah, I think it ended
Yeah,
on Friday.
Absolutely, it's fantastic.
I feel like you're coming in really weak
Yeah.
here, Bob.
Yeah, it utilizes both conventional kettle hopping and dry hopping after fermentation, results in a dry
Try now.
crisp finish.
1-2.
There you go. There you go.
Let's see if I can find what hops are used in it.
But yeah, this is fantastic. It's delicious. Little touch of lemon citrus there on
Yeah.
the end.
Sorry, I didn't mean to reach over your beers there.
You're good.
It's my first Yingling growler too.
Yeah, I got one too because
Yeah.
I took my 32 on that Friday. I went after work. I was done work at 2. and I went, and there were not a lot of people in there. So I'm like, oh, I'll just get 2 filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 260.
We got some love from some local people. When I went in, they knew that I was from the Bangin Beers podcast, which was kind of cool. Did not expect that at all. So thank you guys for showing the support and seeing us in public and saying what's up. That was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
So regular Chetty uses Cascade and cluster hops,
Okay.
but I don't know if they replaced one or added the Azaka.
Yeah.
Or even if
the,
they added more
Yeah.
when was the last day?
This past Friday.
this past Friday. Yeah. I'm not sure if they still if they're still letting it run until it's
Gone.
gone.
Yeah.
Supposedly, what I heard, they didn't make a lot of it.
Yeah.
So, if you're hearing this, Yingling family, please, God,
Make more.
make
Make-
more of this.
You will make a killing
And in 16-ounce cans.
in the IPA market with regular Chetty too. Also,
Yeah.
16 ounce.
Can we get
All
Chetty in the
16 ounces.
We need the
24 ounce
we need
Chettys.
24 ounce
Yeah.
Chettys. We need those.
We get Chetty
Yeah.
quarts.
If you get rid of the Golden Pilsner 16 ounces and just,
I would be all right with that.
yeah, and the 24.
Yeah, leave them
and-
in 12. Get
Yeah.
the 16 to Chettys.
You know who I think the 24 ounces should be four of them only. It should be Yingling in the 24, Flight in 24, Chetty in 24, and Premium Lager in 24. That's my vote. I think they would be good 24 ounces.
They used to have 22 ounces. I think they had 22 ounce lagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think the premium logo will look cool on a 24 ounce can.
The old premium logo
Yeah.
that they're
Oh,
running
yeah.
now.
The red one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or even the red and blue. Like
Yeah.
The new one. I think that looks cool
Yeah,
too.
at least they're in pounders, but
Yeah.
But
All
yeah,
right.
this 475, I absolutely love this. I hope like they can call it something completely different. Like it's not Chetty, but
Yeah, I honestly think they could have just called it an IPA
yeah,
and it
but,
would have
like,
still done.
the real like it smells like a brewery. I mean, it's like it has that like fresh hop smell to it. Like nothing actually like I'm not tasting anything lost
Hey,
from sitting in the growler for the week.
Pottsville Pale Ale.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
Pottsville Pale Ale. There you go. Bob
nailed
gets
it.
the if you go with it, Bob gets the credit.
You guys can have that. Just send us a case.
You got it. Just look us up.
What's going on, man? We got some love over on the Twitch side. Saying the hello there. Thank you, man. All right, let's get our next one going. Let's get fancy. I gave everyone another glass here. So this is from no, this one's not from Imprint. This is Fourscore, and it's a collaboration with Hysteria Brewing Company. So this beer is 2 different flavors. One is going to be the vanilla cookie, and the other one is going to be the vanilla frosting confetti cake dip. So one is the cookie, one is the funfetti, and they're both imperial stouts. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a taste of the vanilla cookie, see how it is, take a sip of the funfetti, see how it is, and then we're going to cuvee it. Then we're going to dunk the Dunkaroo into the sauce and see how it goes.
So is that how it's supposed to be? It's one is the sauce and one is the cookie?
Yes,
Okay.
that's how they sold it.
Gotcha.
We got this from Nikolai. He went up to Fourscore because he's seen Dunkaroo beer, and he bought like 2 4-packs.
There was another Dunkaroo beer out. That was the craft house?
there is another one.
There was a cream ale from Great South.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Great South. If you're looking for the Great South one, it is in can sold right now at Black Diamond.
We have it at the craft house.
Oh, it's at the Craft House
Yeah.
too. Cool.
I think we have like a case worth left, maybe.
All right, there you go. You can get it locally right there. So this one you would have to go to Gettysburg for. It may be gone. Nikolai didn't tell me what he thought of the beer. He just said here, and when he said he told me about it, he said, I showed you it and you didn't seem too excited. And I guess it was one of those days where I was just like not with it. And I kind of blew it off. And then I seen it, I was like, oh man, the guys really like that in the show. It's a stout. So he scored us one. I'm gonna go light because it's a stout, and even though it says vanilla cookie, it's gonna be coffee boy to me. But while you're pouring that, how many taps were on for Rusty when you went there? Like how many different beers choices did you have?
They had, I don't remember off the top of my head, probably like 8,
No.
9, somewhere around there.
Nice.
And then they did just put a new one out, a Hoppy Blonde Ale. They did yesterday they did a Mario Kart tournament.
Really?
Yeah, I guess they did a collaboration beer with them and Bald Birds, which is the Hoppy Blonde
It's a great
Ale.
name. Bald Birds.
And then they were doing a tournament, and whoever won the tournament, I guess, will represent them in a race against whoever will represent Bald Birds.
Oh, that's awesome. What's it? New Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Nice. I love my Mario Kart. Bob, you do anything since the last show? Or our 2 weeks off?
Last weekend, I had to work half a day. We got done at work. Road trip to Rosa.
Yeah.
We went up to Sabatini's for lunch. Good pizza. Had I think every beer I had was a Belgian, and then I blew about $200 in a bottle shop.
Nice.
Then we left there and we went to Breaker Brewing, and I'm gonna say it wrong. The Hawaiian place that just opened in.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
Lahanu Ales. We stopped.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that place. That's up in
How was that?
Drums, right?
It's in Mountaintop.
Mountaintop.
The beer was really good. Their setup is unique, at least to me. It's kind of different, and part of it's because of COVID. But when you go in, there's no cash. They'll take, like any place else where you would run a tab, they'll hold your card, and then they give you a card that is dispensed with credit on it. And when you go, you tap all your own beers, which was the biggest turnoff to me. But you go and you put your card in. There's
It's
card
kind of like beer on wall.
Beer wall, yeah.
there's
Beer
a
wall.
card reader on every tap. And,
That's how beer wall is down in Reading.
And then it measures it out and
Ounces.
yeah. And
I actually kind of like that method, just because if you want to try something but you're not sure about.
And
Like a quick shot.
Each beer costs so much per ounce or whatever, and the beer was fantastic. I had no complaints about the beer. That was just like, to me, when I go out, I don't want to be my own bartender.
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about the beer. The staff was really friendly. I don't know if that's a brand new building or if it's a place that they bought and converted over, but everything in there is spotless. They obviously put a lot of time and effort into it. Whether you like the tap it yourself system or not, it's worth the time to check it out.
Yeah. I got to go and experience Black Rock during their soft opening. So what I'm about to say, it's not a knock, right? But I think if you're a super craft beer drinker, I think you may at first, when you go there, you're going to be like, oh man, all these beers are very like domesticate beers, right? But I think to them it's a compliment, because I think what they're doing is they're introducing a new, like they're giving people good introductory beers to a craft beer world.
Like Bill and I said the last time, I don't think they're going to win any medals there, but everything was solid.
Solid.
There was nothing bad to say about.
I agree.
Beer.
Yeah, the German Pilsner was good. The only thing I would say is I had it at first and then I tried it again here. I feel like their blonde tasted stronger this time around. The first time I had it, it was like a 7% beer and it didn't have a boozy taste to it. And the second time I had it, you could definitely tell you were drinking a 7% blonde. You knew you were in the big leagues then.
Did it freak you out when you watched your glass fill from the bottom?
That was cool. So yeah, they do the
Stadium fill.
yeah. So they do the magnet, and I actually have 3 of them up there. So what they're gonna do is, like, for the every so often when they do a special event or a special thing, you're gonna be different magnets, so you can kind of collect them. But it's like the magnet fill.
I have 3 for my visit.
Yeah. I forgot my first glass and I lost it, and I was like, well, I have to order another beer to get a magnet. But yeah, so they I would say my favorite is the Canary, the IPA.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good IPA. The only one I didn't try.
Draft House the other day.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, we have it on over there on tap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, over on the Growler station.
I think that's gonna be their hit. That's that and the German. I really like the German Pilsner. I thought that was a good beer.
I mean, it's the brewer from Springate, I believe.
Yeah, they're. I guess.
If that's your review, that's pretty much the Springate MO too. Like, all their beers are just kind of standard.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing crazy. They're not bad.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to their place in Harrisburg?
Springate, yeah, it's a cool place.
Yeah,
it's a really cool place.
Huge.
It's huge, like a farm.
And then it's a brewery and a winery.
Yeah.
Like when we went there the first time, it was on a Saturday in July, and it was insane.
Yeah.
And it when we turned off the road to go in, it took like 20 minutes to go from the highway.
Yeah, it's
They there's like 4 parking lots. They have security guards out there to
Yeah.
direct traffic. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it's a cool place though. Like they have a bunch of like table like games and stuff in the brewery side at least. They had like 8 food trucks when we were there, so it was pretty cool. It's a great like area.
Yeah.
And like even like we were there like in like February, and they have like their like outside patio enclosed, so it's heated.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, the
We
inside
almost
of
got kicked out because our friend got drunk and tried to steal stuff, like the bartender's phone.
that'll do it every time. But the inside of Black Rock is beautiful. It's a cool building. I'm really excited to see more. They
It's
still
still a YWCA building in Pottsville.
Yeah, very, very nice. The everything in there is like state of the art. Like you walk up, it's pretty much no touch. Like they don't touch your card. You put it in the machine in front of you. They hand you your beer. You walk back to your table. I think it's seating on both sides of the building, and then there's outdoor seating and stuff. But
Yeah, on the side, close, for lack of a better way of putting it, closest to Pottsville
yeah,
is the Springgate side, and then the other side. But they have the walkway in behind.
the only
get from one
I
side
think
to
the
the
only
other.
feedback I have that was negative, and it wasn't like a taste negative. It was just, and it's not their fault. It's like a weird PA law. Is there was people who wanted to take the mixer bags, like I guess they sell like the bag of wine or the mixer bag, and people were trying to buy it to leave, and they were like, "No, we can't sell you the bag to leave. That's like
It's probably something with the licensing that they have.
yeah." And it's not their fault, but
Goddamn PLCB.
so you can buy a growler to go, you can buy a bottle of wine to go, but you can't buy the bagged wine to go. I guess because it has a reseal, like open and close tab on it.
Probably, because then if you break the thing, like
They break the seal.
if you
That's
technically
like
buy
when
it,
when you buy a slushie and they put the little sticker
Yeah,
over
the sticker
the-
over it.
Yeah.
Because not like that person's not fucking slamming that down in their car.
Well, they should just we put a sticker on this bag that you bought it and it was not open here.
yeah,
Or put like some electrical tape across the. That's what some places do with growlers.
Yeah. So that was the only thing I heard. People were like, "Man, I really like the bag wine, but I couldn't take it with me." So that's just a heads up if you're going there. That's the only thing that I think. But it's not the brewery's fault. It's like you said, a weird PA thing.
So you can only slap the bag at the
Yeah.
brewery.
You only slap bags at brewery.
All right, so we got the Dunka Vanilla Cookie Imperial Stout and Raku's the vanilla frosting and confetti cake. Now these are significantly lighter. One is the confetti one is lighter
Yes.
than the vanilla cookie.
I will
My
say this as
initial-
someone who's does not like stouts or coffees. I don't get any coffee in this.
No, there's no coffee on it.
Yeah, this is definitely 100% dessert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little too sweet for my well. The vanilla cookie. I think this should have been a golden stout.
I agree.
yeah,
So the Dunka.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Dunka should have been a golden stout.
because then even like when you mix them, the color would change
Yeah.
Yeah,
or be layered, all depending on how
Yeah.
on how you poured it.
Yeah.
the vanilla cookie. I mean, it's heavy vanilla. There's not a lot of roastiness to it, like from a stout. There's no coffee at all. I'm not
No.
getting any of that. It's very sweet.
Brian from the Beer Snob. What's going on, man?
I think the
Cheers, brother.
cheers. The
I like the cookie better than the confetti.
I'm the other way around.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the confetti is a little too sweet for me.
See, I think the opposite actually.
I would not be able to finish a pint of this myself though. Either one. Not from like I've
They're
been
very syrupy.
I could probably do it, but if it'd be a hard push to try to.
If you're wondering, we are drinking. My camera just shut off. Hold on one second, people. Sorry, when you're trying to podcast hungover, sometimes this kind of stuff happens. Give us 1 second. Oh my God, of course it's going to do this right now. Give me 1 second. Keep talking, boys. Oh, got off work early so you can finally watch. Awesome, man. Hold on, I'm just going to adjust my camera thing. Hopefully it lets me do it. It's not looking good, though. Shit. I just got to keep an eye on it. So I'm going to just keep getting up and doing it because once I start, I can't go back now and fix it, which is a pain in the ass. Son of a bitch. Yeah. So did anyone cuvee it yet?
Yeah, I just poured it now. I think the vanilla cookie one overpowers it.
Really?
That's what I'm getting. I try to do it as even as possible.
I'm gonna try this.
Yeah.
But this is too risky.
I think the vanilla one is a little too thick to really
Because
make the other one stand out.
Yeah, even when you're pouring them, and the one is noticeably thicker than what the other one is. I mean, it's not bad.
Give us 1 second. We're having some video issues for the people watching live right now. Just give us 1 second. We're just fixing the camera. All right, that should do it. We won't have any issues anymore. All right. Let me get a sip of my Chetty. Let me try this cuvee now. What are you drinking with us today, the beer snob? What are you having? What are you drinking on a Sunday? Actually, I think together they're better.
I feel like I did it equal, but I think the Dunka overpowers everything.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm personally.
That's tasty
getting.
together. But my pour was heavier on the confetti over the cookie.
I could do like an 8 ounce of this, I think, at the most.
Yeah. Very, very sweet.
It's a little too sweet for my taste.
Little sweet.
Really rich.
Yeah, very rich. I mean, it tastes like it's very vanilla. The confetti, what is it? Funfetti and vanilla frosting. I mean, the vanilla they're both very vanilla, just one's a lighter vanilla.
Enjoying some Yingling Lager today. I like it.
Yeah.
We just cracked open the special Chetty Growler from the Chetty Fest.
Yeah, I think the beer snob, unfortunately, is not in the area to get it because I think he commented on my post on the group.
Yeah. Beer Snob, in the group chat, and we'll read it off for the people listening later on audio. Share your links where people can find you and watch your content and stuff like that. Or if you want to follow along. He does post in the community page too. So if you want to join us at the community page for fun beer reviews. I had some people I met last night at the autism thing, Black Diamond, where people are like, oh man, I was just invited to the community page. So other people are inviting people, which is cool. And they're like, man, I'm like, yo, make your own reviews and stuff. And I'm like, we can do that. I'm like, yeah, you can go live. You can make a video if you're out at a brewery.
Oh, this is a collab?
Yes.
I didn't
with
realize
Hysteria.
that. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, because one came up under Foursquare, like Raccoons comes up under Hysteria.
Yeah. I didn't check any of that in. Let's get this next one going. What do you want to go, Puffsicle, or you want to go Dankenberry or Dankenfrank or whatever hell it's
Let's do. Oh, is that Frankenberry? I'm in. Let's do it. Boysenberry Bergamo Puffsicle? That's a fucking weird ass combination. Let's do it.
Let me see if we should roll it.
I would
So we
probably
don't-
roll it.
I guess when in doubt, roll.
Yeah, because it's a fruited sour IPA. So
Bergamo. That's a weird.
And
Let's
some
roll it while
Earl
we're at it.
Grey.
Yeah, exactly.
time,
Yeah, right.
All
I
right.
fucking love Earl Grey, but I've never anything I've had with Bergamo doesn't have that like Earl Grey essence to it usually. Like there's a meadery in Lehigh Valley that has an Earl Grey mead that is just it's kind of, but it's more like a dry white wine.
It's not Colony, is it?
It might be they had it at Allentown Brew Works. It might be Colony.
While we're pouring this,
I was good. I
we-
just was expecting more of an Earl Grey to
we
it.
didn't get a chance to go over this real quick. So that Raccoons, I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's that's an
Drop the N. Raccoons.
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 So that was an 11% stout, the vanilla cookie one.
Aren't they both?
they're probably both about the same.
Yeah, they're both Imperial Stouts.
And the other one
11%.
Yeah, both of them are 11.
yeah. All right. Yeah, I was just saying we didn't really say that last time. 223 check-ins, averages a 384. What are your guys' score on this?
I gave a 3 to the Dunka, and I gave a 3.5 to the Raccoons. They're a little too sweet for my tastes. I couldn't do them regularly. They're very dessert beers, though. Like if you really like if you have a sweet tooth and you like that stuff, probably up your alley.
I went with the
That's-
3.7 on both, but just because the fact that they're 11 and you didn't realize that they were 11 until
This is
You looked at
serious.
the
Make
can.
sure you tag the right one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like
Oh yeah, there's
dozen of
probably.
these, yeah.
Oh okay. I
variants
thought
of
you
it.
meant the Dunkas and stuff.
Oh, I'm in the last one. I do. I love the Frankenberry, Dankenberry. I love the art on it.
I did the exact opposite of Andy. I gave Dunka 4.5. I think that's very, very delicious. The alcohol is visible. You would never know that's 11%.
Yeah,
but it's just that would be a one and done for me just because of how sweet it is.
Yeah, I agree with Bob.
The Raccoons was okay too. I gave it a 3.5. Maybe if I would have tried it right after something else, I might have rated it a little higher. But there's nothing wrong with that either. I just I don't know, like not a cake guy again.
Yeah, I agree with Bob. Like I said, it's too sweet for my taste. Like a taster to an 8 ounce is probably the most I could do.
Yeah, I scored it as a taster. Obviously, I would not be able to have a big glass of this. Very, very sweet. But I gave the Raccoons a 3.25, and I gave the Dunka a 3.75. But overall, for me, someone who every single time I drink a stout, all I get is coffee. I didn't get any of that with either one of these. I like the vanilla cookie a little more.
I wish there would have been the option like there was with the other ones we mixed, where we could have logged it as the mixed version.
Yeah,
because actually, to be honest, I slighted the Dunka on mine and went heavier on the Raccoons, and I honestly think that was the best of the three.
Yeah, I liked it. Was cool. It was fun to cuvee them. All right, and we want to thank real quick. So now we're going to jump into the imprint section of our show. So now the rest of these beers from here on out are all from Imprint Brewing Company, and we want to do a huge thank you to Cheesefoot.
Hell yeah!
Last week he was on the show, and he left us these beers to try. We tried to get them in, but my wires got crossed, and I didn't know who was going to be here this week, and then I found out like last minute. Remembered my dad wasn't going to be here, and then as I remembered that, I think
I had to bail last.
Yeah, I forget. It's just so much going on. When your podcast is, I guess, as much as I do, you lose track of everything. But this is the Dankenberry Boysenberries. Yeah, you guys all said all that stuff. So this is 7.6.
It's a fruited sour IPA.
Yeah, 147 check-ins. It averages a 4. So let's see what we got here. Oh, we got a lot of people typing now. All right, so there's his YouTube channel, so you guys can go check that out.
I'm a fan.
that's good.
We got someone saying elbow cough. Yeah, sometimes you get a little graspy. Someone coughed. I don't know. We're all vaccinated. We're good.
I am 100% immune to coronavirus, proved by science.
Sirens.
I just drink too much for it to cake effect.
Dude, I drank so goddamn much last night. After I had my first sip of Chetty, like I'm right back. I'm nebbing it this episode, boys. Yeah. All right. So this is the Dankenberry. I'm actually excited because this is. I know we have 2 sours from Imprint. Well, 3 technically, but we have a double a Dippa, and we also have a Pilsner. And I don't think I've ever had anything else from Imprint that wasn't a smoothie style.
Yeah.
So really excited for this because I haven't really had anything else from Imprint, and that's something I always said. Like I want to try something besides their fruit sours.
Now, this is one of those ones is like, is this even an IPA? Like,
Yeah, it might be.
why are we calling it an IPA? Like,
This one
yeah,
is this considered?
it's a sour IPA.
it's a sour IPA.
sour IPA.
Like, I'd have no hop whatsoever. Fruited sour, definitely.
That's why I was going with sour, but the
It's kind of thick too.
because there's marshmallows. In
Yeah.
it. That's they're rocking it.
Yeah, the marshmallows are really, really pushing through. I'm not getting the bergamot though.
I think there's a touch of it on the nose with the berries.
Yeah.
Maybe I think you're right.
I get a little bit of hoppiness on the end, like not the hoppy, but the dank, like
Nah, I'm not getting any of that. I get all boysenberry. Boysenberry marshmallow is what I'm getting out of this.
It might even change as it warms.
Yeah, like
I mean, even though it's not one that traditionally you would want to let warm. But
berries, marshmallow, citrusy, tart, boysenberry is what the description is. Once again, this is you're not getting any IPA with this. This is like drinking juice again. For me, sometimes I want to feel like I'm drinking a beer, but this, taste wise, it's good. I think if you're with your girl or you're with someone who's like, man, I only really like mixed drinks and I don't like the beer taste. I think this would be a beer that you would like We went to Fourscore, and we had a bunch of people with us who aren't beer drinkers.
Esther.
Is she in the living room?
Heidi.
No, she's upstairs.
Ah.
Yeah, that's usually our test. But when we went to Fourscore, we had Bree and Nikolai, and they're not
beer drinkers.
Beer drinkers, and they like the Baby Yoda, the Brekkie Bowls,
and the there's the other sour too. One of the Jambas.
Yeah, the Jamba series. So I think Imprint is doing really good at like, if hey, you're not a beer drinker, but I do like what Imprint makes, and I think this is right up that alley as well.
Like I've been on a not so much of a crusade. It's been myself, but it's like, at what point do we still call these beers, or do we rename them something else?
Or even call them
Like, I know
sours
it's
on some of them.
technically a beer.
Because that's the whole thing with being based on
Yeah.
malt. And
Because I mean, you like
That's
look
the-
at like Smirnoff Ice and stuff is a malt beverage, but
And there are some sours that we get in that won't say beer, so it'll say like malted beverage
yeah,
on it, but it's still like
Mhm. Yeah, I think a company like Imprint and Fourscore, they have reached this level where they've kind of created their own category.
yeah. Like that's how I feel about it. Like it's like something you'll post some of these crazy concoctions. I'm like, it's like just a fucking cocktail.
I mean, but
Yeah.
but it's still. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just and not to knock people that are purists, but just to me that just goes to show what you can do. With,
Yeah.
It's. Could you imagine someone like doing this even 10 years ago?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Let
No way,
alone
hell.
like 30 or 40.
You didn't even know what a sour was like 10 years ago.
no.
You know, if you'd have tried to push yourself on a brewery to try this even 10 years ago, they'd have laughed you out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, I think the first sour I ever had was at Pizza Boy. It was their afternoon delight sour. I'm like, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm drinking lemon juice is what it felt
I
like.
think
it
the
tasted.
first one I had was off of Victory, the Kirsch Goes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that too. But it's like, oh, sour beers are a thing.
I think mine was what's that? The monkey one.
Sour monkey.
Yeah, Sour Monkey.
That was my first sour, and I was like, oh, I don't know about this one, boys. At first, I was not a sour person. It took me a long time to get into sours.
I used to like certain sours, like all these crazy fruited ones I wasn't too into, but I was more into like the Berliner Weisses and the Gozas. But it
Ben
was
beat me to
weird.
death with sours.
Even the also like the farmhouse sours and stuff like that, because like I don't really like Belgians, but I like them more now. But
Yeah.
back then I'm like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, Ben. We had a drinking night one time, and Ben had 458 beers sitting around. And we drank I would say just fucking 24 different sours. And by the end of it, my tongue was just stripped.
That's one that you can't just like hammer the whole time. Except certain one, like I love Dogfish Head Sequence Ales, probably
Yeah,
like my number one beach beer.
That's a good one.
Like every time I go to the beach, I will grab a case of that and throw it in and be like, I'm gonna sit and watch the waves with this.
Yeah, but doing it made me. I learned an appreciation for sours, but it took a beat, and I had to beat myself with it. But it was so maybe me and sours, I have like a Stockholm syndrome relationship with them.
I think
That's
sometimes it depends on
possible.
the style. Too.
Yeah.
So
The thing I regret with not wanting to try new beer styles is for a very long time I was anti IPA. When the style first got resurrected, or
Yeah.
however you want to say it, a lot of people just like bitter beer. That's there was no science behind it. It was just so many people were off on a run to make the bitterest beer they
Yeah.
could. And to me, it was a big turnoff. And for a long time, I hated IPA.
yeah, same. Like or all that, or like I felt like every single one I ever tried all tasted the same.
And then when they came out with the IPLs, and I'm like, oh, fucking great! Now they're going to ruin lager too.
Yeah,
And I would not try any IPLs.
yeah,
And Yuengling came out with theirs, wouldn't fucking touch it. And now, now that I've warmed up to the IPAs and I've learned to appreciate them, and I know what to look for, and then every IPL I ever had, I fucking love.
mm-hmm.
And Yuengling is never going to make that again.
Yeah.
No, good. That's what I think. They were. That's the one point they were ahead of the curve on something,
Mhm.
because they're always like a little behind. Because even now coming out with the mango beer after everyone else put out like all other kind of fruited beers, and then now they come out with the mango after everyone else did it. So I think the IPL was the only thing that they were ahead of everybody else on.
Yeah, the IPL was fantastic. Like
Okay.
it's one I really miss from Yingling.
I thought you were cutting out us.
Because I never had one, and now I never will.
I liked it a lot, but yeah, it was
every IPL that I've had, I thought was fantastic.
But I just think it didn't do well because
That's-
all the hopped
Just,
things weren't.
Again, just even though it's a totally different dimension on it, prejudice is stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything has its place. That's how I feel about professional wrestling too. Sometimes you need the goofy matches. Sometimes you need every little bit of everything.
Oh yeah.
Beer Snob says, I didn't think I would like sours, but they're really growing on me. Absolutely, man. Trying different styles of beer. Like I don't like stouts too much just because I get that coffee roastiness and I just don't want the taste of coffee. But if there's a stout that I'm scoring, it's because I didn't get that at all.
So what do we do on this one?
For the Dankenberry, I gave that a 3.75.
I went 3.25. I don't think I could do a full can of this either. It's also a nice dessert. I think it needs to be renamed. This does not taste any IPA whatsoever. The bergamot is very muted as well. The boysenberry puffsicle is definitely there though. Like it's like a boysenberry and cream.
I think the bergamot might come out more if it had time to warm.
Yeah, maybe.
But I thought that was fantastic. I loved it. I'm in the middle of something else. I either gave it a 4.7 or a 4.8. Again, that was pretty rich. I wouldn't be able to do that as a session, but I would definitely no problem. I could do 2 or 3 of those back to back and
solid dessert beer.
Yeah,
like I could definitely have it. As
Brian, where exactly are you located? I don't know how far of a drive he has. I say one of these days we gotta save him a seat at the table. Come hang out with us on a Sunday. Yeah, who else has to score this one? You?
I went 3.5.
3.5. Cool. All right, so this is the March Malo Puffsicle. This is the Peach Pineapple Mojito from Imprint. Yeah, I couldn't say that.
This is another one I checked in less than 100 times.
Less than 100 times, 60 check-ins. It averages a 4.31. So this is a big boy can. So we can get a little crazy with this pour. Peach. I'm excited for it.
Peach Pineapple Mojito.
It smells like juice again. I think this is another juicy boy here.
That is thick.
Heavily fruited marshmallow sour beer cocktail. Contains lactose. 6.2% ABV.
If you didn't have the beer shits now, Tony, this is definitely gonna help you.
Tropical, pineapple, minty, smooth, and rich.
This tastes like a rum punch you'll get in the Caribbean.
Atlanta. Well, even one of these.
that's a little distance, buddy.
Yeah. Well, he's drinking Yingling in Atlanta. That's pretty cool.
Get it.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he chose a Yingling in Atlanta is
hell yeah.
Oh, that's their second biggest. Well, actually, I guess technically their biggest brewery is in Tampa.
That's whenever I go to the beach in North Carolina, if I can't think of anything that I want, there's always lager available.
Yeah.
And I do know that they're opening a scratch lab at the Yingling in Tampa.
Bastards.
I know, right?
Fucking wow. They better start shipping
All right,
it up
I'm not
here.
drinking Yingling anymore.
Yeah, we're boycotting. This whole time.
Tampa bullshit.
Yeah. If some of those scratches don't make their way up to the brewery as samples, I'm gonna be really unhappy. Yeah, you get bonus points for being a Yingling fan. Yingling is my go-to beer when I'm not reviewing. Cool, man. Listen, is there anything Yingling you ever need? Let us know, man.
Yeah, we can hook you up with a care package.
Yeah, we can send you because we have so many.
We probably should send him some Chetty.
Oh, he's never actually probably had a Chetty.
Have you, Beer Snob? Have you had a Chetty before? Because I very rarely see Lord Chesterfield outside of School County.
No, yeah, it's not. I don't think it reaches that far.
I can't get Chetty here. All
right, we're gonna send you a care package.
Yeah, we'll get in our DMs. We'll get you something. This is like exclusive to our area. This is our go-to.
You know what?
Beer.
We should probably get you that and the regular porter.
Yeah,
I don't like that. Is usually not found elsewhere either.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the regular porter? I know the black and tan you can find in the South. They were premium too. You usually can't find premium either.
Yeah, because normally people that are visiting from out of the area will load up on
Yeah, my
like
uncle lives
on
in
porter
yeah.
and on premium.
When my uncle always would visit from North Carolina, he'd always take a case of premium back with him because
Yeah.
he could get lager, but he could never get premium.
And we have a lot of friends who are in local bands that are sponsored by Yingling and they just give them like koozies and all this crazy stuff, and they just like hook us up so we can make you a little Yingling
Yeah, dude, we'll hook
package.
you up. Did you ever did he answer?
He
the
says I
porter?
love their black and tan, so he gets.
Have you ever had the porter? You probably haven't.
Can't get porter here either. So.
Okay, all right. We're gonna send you a care package of Chetty and porter and premium.
And then
I still have a 6-pack of the Hershey's chocolate.
Oh
porter.
shit! Yeah, we have one of those too.
we still
Right.
have,
If you're gonna
have
send
some that work too.
I was just
So.
saying, if you're gonna send them a care package,
Yeah.
throw you a bottle or two.
Let's do that too. That'd
Sweet.
be awesome.
Yeah, let's get.
And
them together.
also, when you get the care package, if you mix the porter and the Chetty,
yeah, that's actually so. Black and tan is supposed to be porter
Porter.
and Chetty.
no, porter
No,
and
it's porter
premium.
Porter and premium. Well, that's how they
But
make
if you
it.
mix
But porter and Chetty is
Chetty
wonderful.
is yeah,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
really good.
That's the real black and tan.
Yeah.
All right, let's get. We got.
All right, we'll hook you up
set.
your podcast.
Yeah, we love it, man. He does a lot of review pages on the. He'll post his.
Yeah,
YouTube
I've been
link.
watching. They're really cool.
Yeah, he does a good job. We could even do something via Sky, like we could have you join in via like video call on this as well. So maybe one of these episodes we'll have you in.
Bob read the description of this. This is a cocktail in a can.
Holy shit! This should have been my first beer. Like this is a breakfast beer.
Yeah,
Holy Hannah, that's a mojito. Like that,
Yep.
they nailed it.
No, they did not. But
Really?
I mean, a pineapple.
It
It
tastes
too
like
much shit to be a.
there's like a
The mint is perfectly muted.
yeah,
I think.
Oh my god! I just
yeah.
got
It's
the
not
mint as you said
it's
that.
not overly minty.
Yes.
like it hits and then it's like
Gone.
gone.
I mean, as a purist asshole, I like just classic mojitos. I don't like any.
Andrew the beer snob.
yeah, I don't like any variants. But the mint, they did the mint perfect in this because mint is very hard, in my personal opinion, to bring out in a beer.
Yeah, I didn't even know the mint was there until you guys said it.
I think this is fantastic.
This
Yeah.
is good.
Again, this is very rich again too, because of the lactose.
Got to turn a little bit into here. I'm just gonna turn it down, pitch it down. There you go.
because of the lactose. But this is I absolutely love this. This might be beer of the night right here. for me.
Tropical pineapple, minty, smooth, and rich. It's literally like drinking pineapple juice with a splash of peach.
This
And then
is
that hit a mint.
like anyone who's ever been to the Caribbean, like I feel like this tastes like a lot of the rum punches that you'll have down there.
That's dangerous. What is that? What is that checking out?
I didn't even think.
Oh, it's not even. It's not even
Yeah,
scored.
Didn't even list it.
Not even listed. So we
That
could
should
just be
be on the
drinking
can.
juice.
Yeah,
What's that?
Should be on the can.
Yes. Hold on.
6.2.
6.2.
It's in the description.
Okay. This is NA on Untapped.
It's non-alcoholic.
non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic beer.
I still think we need to do an NA episode.
An NA episode.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Well, there's some like legit breweries putting.
yeah,
NAs out now,
yeah,
too.
because
I know there's at least two,
Untitled
but
Art
that's-
as
and Athletic, I think, is the other.
Yeah.
one.
And Brewdog has some out
yeah,
too.
yeah.
But I
Brewdog
mean,
has one.
They're two breweries that's their sole intent is to make NA beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and-
don't make any.
I'm
And
not
there's
gonna say
one off
names.
us. Sam Adams now has one.
Yeah. I'm not saying names, but I have a friend who drinking is not their forte. Like they used to drink, them and drinking don't get along very well, but they still like to be social and they want to go out and have fun. So when they go out, like last night they were out and the bar had NA what was it, the Heineken.
Yep. Yeah.
And
0.0.
yeah, and they still like to taste the beer.
Yeah. That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Because when we got it in, I was like, "Oh, I'll get it." Whatever. Like,
Mhm. They,
Yeah, it's
they
pretty
still get
good.
to taste the beer and they get to be social with their friends. They're not too much get like for the most part, like no one's fucking busting their balls because they look at the bottle and it's like, oh, you're drinking a bottle of beer, so you're with us. You know what I mean? But like
But anyone who bust someone's balls for what they drink out of the bar and go fuck themselves.
exactly. but I mean like you still have that thing where you're fitting in and
Especially
you
when
have
that
a bottle.
person's drinking you like a fucking Michelob Ultra.
Exactly. Like mine probably has more alcohol than yours. But yeah, so it was interesting. It was cool to see like people can still go out and be social at a bar and fit in and enjoy a beer, but it's an NA and it's being accepted. You know what I mean? I thought it was cool.
Well, I think they need to make like new grounds beyond like O'Doul's.
Yeah. But the thing is with O'Doul's too is that you like not saying that like, but it is sometimes like, what are you drinking O'Doul's for? You know what I mean? Like it's that stigma
But
is
it's also
there.
awful.
Yeah. Like, what are you drinking O'Doul's for? You're drinking NA beer, but like if you see a bottle of Heineken and it looks very similar to a normal Heineken, no one's gonna say anything.
I'd probably
Yeah.
just judge you for drinking Heineken.
Yeah. But yeah, so I
Is the NA skunk just like the regular Heineken?
it is a green bottle. Oh. All right.
This is fantastic. I mean, this is a good dessert beer that I can actually drink. Like
I'm gonna clean out
more than one.
my stout glass here.
Yeah, more than one. Like this is fantastic. I went 4 or 5 on it. I really like it.
I'm gonna flex my status and do a 4.6.
Double flex. I gave it a 4.8.
Fine, I'll buy it now. I'll give it a 4.9.
I give it a
No.
4.25. I will say this: after you guys told me the mint, that's all I got.
No, like I said, like mint in like in my own personal experience, and even in a beer I've brewed with mint, it's very hard to get mint right. Like I've done variant, like I did a variant with actual mint, and it did not come out well. I did one with an extract, and it came out too much. Then there's certain beers out there that have mint in them, and sometimes it's too much, sometimes it's not enough. This
I want to go far enough to say that like this is like spearmint and not peppermint.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's very nice. It's on the back end mostly, I get, but I hit all of the flavors. It's very good.
All right, so this one is Busted Bracket. This is a DDH. Did any of you guys watch fucking?
I'm gonna take a timeout and do a quick.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Too here.
Any of you guys watch Mortal Kombat yet?
Yeah,
I fucking loved it.
it was great.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
yeah. Everyone's saying good stuff. I'm gonna watch after the show.
Actually, I watched it twice.
I did as well.
Really?
Yeah, on Friday night and
So-
then yesterday morning.
Here's the thing. If you are going in expecting some sort of cinematic masterpiece, you're not gonna fucking get
I
it.
kind of want cheesy acting like the original.
That is so
It's semi.
the story's kind of stupid.
Good,
But it's like it gave it's 100% fan service.
good.
Like there's fatalities, there's blood, there's ridiculous shit. It's fucking
Any
amazing.
surprise characters?
No.
Bummer. I was kind of hoping we got one.
Well,
And then
kind
there
of
is-
at the end.
Okay.
and there's not a mid or post credit scene.
No.
Really?
No.
Correct.
So
But
they
they're
but-
apparently they're signed up for 4 movies.
Yeah, the
oh
the
my
the
God.
guy that played Sub-Zero had signed on for 4 movies.
Yeah,
It
and
was-
once you get
announced.
to the end, you'll see what's up.
Is there a whoopsie in it?
No, but there is flawless
There-
victory.
there's a yeah.
Test your might. There's fatality. It's fucking amazing.
That's awesome. We need one whoopsie. Whoopsie.
And I like the way they explain like the powers.
Yeah,
Because like the first Mortal Kombat movie, no one had any powers except for like Liu Kang at the final end when he like shot the fireball at Shang Tsung and knocked him into the fucking spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they explain like why these people have the powers of their character.
Nice, nice.
And then like the new character Cole, like everyone's like, oh, it makes sense once
Yeah.
you see the movie.
Okay.
yeah. You can't explain much without giving.
Yeah,
like,
without giving the
e-
entire thing away.
everything
We don't
away.
want to spoil anything for anybody yet.
No.
Did you see Godzilla King Kong yet?
Yes, that was
Yes,
also a lot
that
of
was-
fun.
I
Yeah,
did not see
I liked
that,
it.
but all I heard is there was a podcast in it called the TTP podcast. Like,
Yes,
sort of-
yes.
there was
So-
something.
It was, and then there was
it was like, I know it
also
was a conspiracy podcast.
Yeah,
there was also,
Tornado Attack podcast.
yeah,
as- Adam Wingard, the director, and that said that nobody caught one Easter egg that he put in, and it was an Easter egg to Jason X
Oh,
that's near the end of the movie.
okay. Yeah, I didn't get the chance to see that one yet
Check
either.
that one out.
I watched the documentary.
Ooh, that is
This is the thing
catfish.
we want to start doing too. So if you're here and you watch our old format and like we just review beers and get out of here, we're gonna get away from that. I want to spark more conversation because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Drinking beers and I want to loosen up the show a little bit. We got a little tight with it, just like beer review and we're out of here. you
Yeah,
know?
no, we need entertainment.
Yeah. So I watched that documentary. It's called Sasquatch on
I
Hulu.
I saw
I
that. It's on
started
my
it.
list.
I started it today. I have 1 episode left.
It's fucking awesome.
It is.
I want to. That's
Sasquatch.
Yeah,
So
Sasquatch.
this guy went and did a documentary, and he used to live on a weed farm in California or Colorado. He was
No, California. Was
yeah,
North,
both work.
Northern California.
oh yeah, Northern California.
Yeah.
You're right.
Colorado, yeah.
Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
in,
go.
in the what was it, the the Green Triangle or
That's
something
it.
they
You're
call it. It's like a
100% correct.
tri-county area that like is really good for growing and anything.
Yeah. So he was up there and he's like after hours they're hanging out watching football and a bunch of 3 dudes bust in. They're like, dude, you're never gonna believe this. Fucking a Bigfoot just mauled like 3 people, ripped all their arms and stuff off. There was just blood everywhere and they didn't even take any weed. So it wasn't like it was crazy. And then so it's a triple homicide that was supposedly done by a Bigfoot. And then that's where the documentary starts. And you're like, not for me, but watch it. It's awesome.
Yeah, because I started it.
So it's a series.
It's like a 3-episode.
Yeah, it's a
miniseries,
3 like 45-minute long
You
each
watched it on
episode.
the internet or
Yeah.
Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Yeah, I've been seeing it like pop up in like my feature thing.
'Cause-
Just haven't had a chance to watch.
And the best part is it premiered on 420.
Nice.
It did premiere on 420.
I'm sure that was intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because I started it and my girlfriend was on the couch and she was on her iPad and then she
Ooh.
put her iPad down and was watching it and the episode ended in she said, oh, next episode.
Yeah. The
I had to watch the next one right away. So
yeah, and then I started watching. I don't know if you ever watched it on Netflix. It's stupid. Don't judge me. But you ever watched The Circle?
No.
I caught some episodes while she was watching it and it's pretty entertaining.
Yes. So The Circle is a like a game show, reality show,
Ah.
like a social experiment type deal where they put 5 people in a building and they have no communication with each other unless they're doing it via The Circle, which is like their version of social media.
Yeah.
But they can't search anything about people. Like pretty much all you get is what they show you on their social media, and you have to virtually chat. Like, hey, Circle, tell Bill how you doing. What are you doing today? And all these people are developing alliances and trying to talk, and only one person can win $100,000 or whatever it is. But the thing is not everyone who is behind that profile is what they are. So some people are catfishing. So some people are completely faking it. So the whole first season, it was just like it was a giant social experiment, which was really cool. And now season 2 is just like fucking crazy. Like almost everyone's a fucking catfish. There's like
Yeah, there's like a guy on there and there's like 50s or whatever, isn't he?
he's like 60 years old. He's like an author, and he's like, all I ever do is create character. So I'm gonna go and create this character. That's all I'm gonna be. Then the Lance Bass's like personal assistant went on the show as Lance Bass. So she's catfishing everyone as Lance Bass.
Nice.
It's stupid,
We
but it's
just
so
started
funny.
watching on HBO The Nevers.
Okay.
It is about, it's like basically it's steampunk X-Men.
Oh,
So it's like Victorian London. All these people get these like random powers from this, like, I don't know if it's an alien or something that visits. Like there's this, they show where they get it, and like they call them the Touched. But like there's this like ship comes through and like all these little like sparkles come out and people get like hit by them and they get powers. But it's
why
pretty,
can't that fucking happen in
I
real
know,
life?
right? But it's like it's literally like it makes me think like steampunk X-Men. But it's only
Because if it did happen, we would get like really stupid powers.
Yeah.
End up like the spleen in Mystery Man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Bob, if you can have your choice of one power, what would your power be? We're gonna learn a lot about people right now.
That's a toughie.
Because if you say invisibility, we all know you're a pervert at that point. Because you just want to
Actually, it wouldn't be.
get to go behind the mic there.
Probably to be able to fly.
Fly, yeah. I always get that one person like invisibility. I'm like, you just want to be a creep. That's all it is. You just outed yourself. Mine's invisibility. No, no, what would yours be?
That invincibility.
Invincibility. Oh, so you can't get hurt.
So I can't get hurt.
I like that. What about you?
I'd probably go with like some sort of telepathic power.
Yeah, like mind control or
Yeah.
empathy. Like you can move stuff in your
Like
mind.
Jean Grey from X-Men.
Yeah.
Like she's like got it all.
Yeah, I'm digging the Professor X thing with the mind. But I think I would go I like flying.
Or like
flying.
Wolverine type, like not so much invulnerability, but longevity, and
I would like to teleport or time travel.
that'd
one
be
or the
good
other.
too. Teleport.
That would be me. Where I can teleport, but I could also like if I wanted to be like I'm going to Pottsville now, pow, and then be like I got drunk, I'm
But it
teleporting
depends.
home,
Like
bang.
true teleport is like Nightcrawler teleport, where it's like I can go from like here to there.
No, I want to be able to teleport any distance. Just I think it, and I'm there.
Speaking
Pow.
of teleport, that's one of the great things about the Mortal Kombat movie. Like the special moves, everything is in there.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's all there.
Like all the characters that are in it, like you get their special moves, you get all that stuff.
Since we have a lot of people watching and we haven't done this in a while, We have, and if you're not local, we'll hook you up with something else. But if you're local, I have gift cards. So if you're in the chat, type what you're drinking right now, if you're drinking anything, and what your superpower would be. And if you say invincibility,
And you're a pervert.
you're a pervert. But yeah, put your superpower in the chat, and we'll hook you guys up with maybe a gift card or something cool in the chat. And whoever gets the most likes when this airs, you guys get a special prize. I still have gift cards for Abaddon Tattoo Studio. It's $100 off your free, tattoo there. I have Press Coffee. I have Cake Stand. We have Humboldt Tap. We have a lot of gift cards we want to start giving out. So I think when we do our next on location thing, I'm going to try to do some gift cards giveaway when we're on location.
Cool.
But yeah, so if you're in the chat, say Yingling Lager, power to fly. I like it. He's drinking lager and he wants to fly as well. So he's with you. Fun thing is, you're looking at the king of the lager check-ins on Untappd.
Yeah, right.
And he also chose power to fly. So maybe you guys are onto something here.
I broke 600 last week.
Did you?
Nice.
600 Yingling check-ins.
I think I'm up to, I want to say 612.
Nice. So right now we're drinking the Busted Bracket, which also has no, it says in the description, 7.5 double dry hopped IPA, hopped with Mosaic, Zamba, and Calypso. Oh yeah, there it is. 612 check-ins.
Nice.
I'm gonna start doing that with Chetty. I start drinking, then I forget.
I am the most lazy Untappd person.
I only untap when I'm at this table.
I usually also will only check in once on things.
Yeah, I have like a backlog I still need to put in. I just keep forgetting about.
Yeah, this has been checked in 236 check-ins. One friend checked in, gave it 375. I think I'm right there with them with the 375. I'm torn between 375 and 4. This is a good beer. I haven't had a good double dry hop like this in a while. I really like this. First time ever happing. I'm reading dry hop, and that's what it came out. First time ever having anything from Imprint that is this color, like this style of beer. I like it. I like it a lot.
No, I go 375 too. I don't think it's quite a 4. It's a good DDH IPA.
Mm-hmm. What do you have, Chetty? He said he goes, I'm normally a stout lover, but this Yingling lager is great.
I gave it a 4, but I think it might be part of it from the breakaway from all the really sweet stuff.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, I like it. That's good stuff. I would drink that any day.
Yeah,
definitely. It's a great IPA. Yeah, it's nothing mind blowing or anything, but it's really good.
Again, it's solid. It's a winner. I can't say anything bad about it.
All right, what are you rolling over there?
The Membrane 8.
Membrane 8. 2 more beers to go here. And then we'll probably record an episode on the Patreon. If you want to come over and hang out on the Patreon, it is $5 for bonus episodes. I think we got like 6 Bangin Beers on there, as well as Tornado Tag, Not Cool in High School. So we talk a little pop culture. If you like professional wrestling, we got Tornado Tag. So you get all those bonus episodes, helps our podcast grow, and you get a shout out during the other episodes. So go check it out if you want to join our Patreon. So this is the Raspberry Peach Apricot. Membrane 8?
Yeah.
Okay. 7.6 ABV, 189 check-ins, averagely 404. This is a fruited sour IPA dry hop with Wyoming hops, WAIMEA. Sounds good to me. 7.6 ABV, 211 total check-ins, monthly 65 U0. I like this check-in from Brian H on Untappd. It says, he said, insane in the membrane. I like it.
Insane in the brain.
Clever. If you're looking for us on Untappd, I'm what is my name on here? Bangin Beers Podcast Anthony. If you want to follow myself.
Find some names. AJ Hair.
AJ Hair.
Hair like on your head.
Bill's looking for his.
GOBER 86.
Goober.
Gober.
Goober. Bob G. There you go. You guys can follow us on Tap. We can be friends. We'll hug each other, kiss each other's faces. It'll be beautiful. All right. Pour your membrane here. Let's see how we got. Raspberry, what did I say? Raspberry Peach Apricot.
Yep.
Now that's sour. That has the tardiness. The other sours, the fruited sours, didn't have that tartness.
I could even smell it before it's in my mouth.
Yeah, you get that tingle in your mouth that it's already gonna punch you.
Oh yeah, that smells like a sour.
That's good. The raspberry, very forward on the raspberry. I would say the apricot
That
peach
one is tart.
The apricot and peach really mellow it out towards the end, but it's like every time I get raspberry, I just think of a Tootsie Pop. That's right where my brain goes. That raspberry Tootsie Pop flavor.
I feel like raspberry always I'm very on the fence about raspberry stuff because I feel like it overpowers everything else.
Yeah, and it hangs around a while.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to know how is the Chetty? So Chetty is more of an ale.
Yeah, Chetty is technically an ale. It's probably Yingling's closest thing to an IPA, but it's not that hoppy.
Yeah.
But it is most of our favorite beer.
Yeah.
To me, it's like a dank. It has that dankiness to it. Most craft beer drinkers don't like it. Most people who are craft beer drinkers, it's their go-to for Yingling.
I remember trying it when I was younger and not really liking it, and then after being more into the IPAs and then revisiting it, then it was a big like
a lot of craft beer drinkers
like a normal
assholes, and it's like, oh, Yingling, so it's bad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That thing that shit drives me up a goddamn wall.
And how they argue that Yingling isn't craft, but
yeah, I'm like, well,
it is because
it is by volume.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it is on paper.
Yeah, Yingling's not craft in the sense of like, are they putting out shit like this?
Yes,
they are craft in that they're not a macro brew. Like, I mean, I guess they technically are close to a macro brew, but they're not a Budweiser or a Coors.
Yeah,
they're a craft beer who wants to be in the realm of a craft and a Coors. That's how I always kind of look at them.
Like, I mean, they're on the level of like Sam Adams. Like, I mean, they just don't have a lot of variants. They don't put out crazy weird shit, but it's still a better beer than you'll get from any Coors or Bud or Michelob, anything like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I got in a lot of fights last week over Yingling on the Breweries and PA page.
Yeah, I seen that.
And I just trolled the fuck out of people. Because like people like literally go, oh, they're not union, they're anti-union.
Who cares?
So who gives a fuck? Like
they're not union.
Guess what? Every fucking company elsewhere is anti-union for the most part.
They're not union, but every single person I know who works for Yingling loves their job.
You literally have to like inherit jobs from you.
Yeah. Go try to get a job at Yingling. It's fucking impossible.
I tried.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I was like, dude, give me have me work in the canning line. I'll work there. I'll work 16 hours, whatever the shift may be.
But like beyond political leanings or any of that bullshit that doesn't matter, they make solid beers. Like there's nothing like Yingling Lager. Like growing up in Pottsville, Yingling Lager was like my baseline for any other beer.
Yeah.
So like when I was old enough to drink or whatever, like the Coors and the Buds, it's like, this sucks. Like Yingling has flavor. It's got something to it. Like I didn't know lagers couldn't be amber for a long time. I'm like, because I would just think that's what a lager looks like. Why is this fucking, I can see through it.
And they do really good stuff for their community.
Yeah.
I think during when the pandemic first happened, like, oh, you could do outdoor seating. Pretty much Yingling went to every business and said, hey, we'll give you a bunch of pop-up tents, Yingling pop-up tents, and you can use those to cover your guests. So if they're sitting outside and it gets a little rainy, that's the
shit that the scab beer people don't fucking see.
Yeah. They help, like I said, local bands. They'll go to a local band and be like, hey, we'll sponsor you. We'll give you a box full of Yingling products. And just when you're playing your shows, give away Yingling merchandise.
Some asshole like Delco fucking resident scab beer. It's like fucking, you don't even know what the fucking is.
No, I'm a fan, and that's not me just sucking up because I want them on the show. But
a couple months back when that guy flipped out on me, fucking calling me a Trump lover and stuff.
Because you like
Yingling. Yeah.
I didn't vote at all. If that makes you feel any better, or not any better. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, like I'm serious. Like he's my friend on tap for like 10 days. And he said something smart the first time I had a lager, and then when I logged one again, he's like, "Fuck you and everything that you stand for." Like,
yeah, you racist Trump lover. You're like, my wife's not even white. That doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the whole separate the art from the artist argument, but I mean, even still, like, who gives a shit?
Yes. So what do we think?
You're either going to get a giant douche or a turd sandwich, and both the Democrats and Republicans are going to fuck you in the ass. Who gives a shit?
Yep. Like Louis Black said it best. Republicans say I have a shitty idea, and Democrats go, I can make it shittier, or vice
Or
versa.
I have the Republican that's blasting me in the ass, or the Democrat that's going to blast me in the ass. Always Sunny.
Yeah. What do we think of Insane in the Membrane, number 8?
I get 375.
I go 3.5.
That's good. 3.5,
Yeah.
375.
Yeah, same.
It's a solid sour. I mean, it tastes a lot like the Trogs Boysenberry sour.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Membrane 8. But I mean, it's a solid. Is this a Goza
No, I think
Is
it
it-
also says IPA.
sour?
Right.
Yeah, this is not
Yeah.
an IPA, guys.
No.
Come on.
No, yeah, it's just a sour.
This is not an
That's-
IPA. That is a Goza.
I don't know what it goes into making a beer, so I couldn't tell you if it is or not. But it
Like-
doesn't taste like an IPA.
I guess that would be my question for a brewer. Because I'm just ignorant to it. I just
Yeah.
don't
Well,
know.
I assume that they do all the normal things they do to make an IPA.
Yeah, and then just
And
add the
then-
fruits or
Then,
whatever.
yeah, the fruit.
Yeah,
is-
we're I would say something maybe educated than some, but we're not educated than most when it comes to how beers are made or what the process
Or like
is.
what you put that qualification of. What
Yeah,
that
we
beer
just drink your beers and say how we like them, and then we talk Mortal Kombat movies.
Because I mean,
in
if you
between.
look like a porter is like a version of a lager and stuff. So I mean, it's not like
Because
it's all
there's that beer
variations.
tree thing where it shows like
It's like if it's this, it's
lager,
this.
and then like lager breaks down into pilsner, which breaks down into
it's
yeah.
like trying to categorize a band
yeah,
in like what genre they play, and it's like just enjoy the fucking band.
yeah.
Like I don't give a shit, just
It's like,
drink it.
what is Dillinger Escape Plan? It's like, well, but I mean, it's good. I don't get any IPA characteristic whatsoever. It tastes like a sour ale. It's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it a lot. Last one of the day. Who wants to read this one off? Is it the Pilsner? This is the Pilsy.
Wallpaper. You got it already, Bob?
Yeah.
Well, this is
Another
our
one
last
with less
imprint.
than 100 check-ins.
Really?
I'm actually super excited about this one.
So, Wallpaper from the Imprint Beer Company is a, because it's not listed on here, but the can says that it is a dry hop Pilsner. Whoever put this in the system didn't list the ABV, but it's down in the description. This has been checked in 70 times. None of my friends have had it. American style Pilsner, dry hopped with Citra and Amarillo, 5.6 ABV. Flavor profile is refreshing, crisp, dry hop. That's a flavor.
Look at the side of the can. There's another
Light
logo under
and
imprint.
mellow.
Is this a collab?
I think so. It says the split rail.
So yeah, it's not saying it on tap, but I believe this is a collaboration. Because I looked at the can and I seen another logo on it. So whoever made this check-in just didn't put that in there. I wonder if you could.
Oh,
edit
but
that.
you can find it at the Split Rail Tavern.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be part of the issue because that's like the Split Rail Tavern is a bar and restaurant.
Yeah, that's
maybe
I,
they just
I did
collaborate with
actually. I had one from Rusty Rail that was a collaboration with a bar and restaurant.
Okay, so maybe this is the one that.
It meant they made it for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they made it for this bar, and somehow we got it. Pilsner, baby, a good way to end the episode. I still got my special chetty on my side glass here, my little side chick over yonder. Okay,
This is fantastic.
Yeah,
I would like to have it actually colder.
it's
still good.
It's a hoppy Pilsner.
Yeah.
That's got a little bit of the catfish to it.
Yeah.
too, yeah.
It's like an IPA
the color
light.
version. It's like it matches the special chetty almost.
Yeah, this is very similar to special chetty actually the way it tastes.
A little malty.
Yeah.
Sweet.
There's a bit of malt that dry hop character comes out. I get the corniness of a Pilsner too.
What is this checking at? Again,
5.6.
all right. I'm. This is serious. This is serious for me. This is. People are gonna hate me. I'm sorry, but this is my beer of the night. These are all dayers. I'd crack
Yeah.
these. I'd go to a bar and I would drink this until I couldn't see anymore.
Yeah, no, this is a definite. I can crush it.
yeah. I would say chetty and special chetty not included.
Yeah.
That this is beer of the night.
Yeah. Now the other ones are good and they all hit their flavor profiles, but for me, that's my style of beer.
It's the only one that was like an all dayer.
Yeah. it's tough because I don't want to just discount because they made like special flavor profile beers, and I don't want to say that, but like for me that this is what I would turn to all day long. If I went to a store and this is sold by the 6-pack, I would buy it, and I would return and try to get it again. I would go 4.25 on this. This is a good Pilsner, and it's like a hoppier version of a Pilsner, so you're getting that characteristic of the IPA that you're into, as well as the smoothness and the lightness of a Pilsner. This is a banger.
I give it a 4.
Yeah, I also gave it a 4. I agree with Bob. Super awesome Pilsner. Like, I want more of this.
Yeah.
Like, I obviously IPAs or hazy boys are still the sexy thing, but I want more of these.
Well, that's like people are making them, but a lot of beer distributors aren't bringing them in because not as many people are buying them.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get in like lagers and pilsners, and they'll sit. So like certain people will come in and buy them, but then they sit for so long, and then they get close to date, and then we got to knock the price down.
We need a lager Pilsner revolution.
Yeah.
Hazy boys aren't all that's out there. Come on, there's hazy fucking boys in this too.
Yeah. This is unbelievable. I
That's
really like
a really
this.
good Pilsner. I like it a lot.
All right, so I'm gonna just start here with beer of the night. That's my pick.
All right, if we're gonna go right into
Same.
it, I
Yep.
agree. Let's do it. Beer of the night. My number 2 is going to be this guy right here, the Puffsicle.
Popsicle number 2.
Yep. Same.
My number 2 is gonna be Busted Bracket.
So we got. So this is beer of the night. That's unanimous, pretty much, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
So me and Billy vote for Puffsicle. You got DDH. Where you at, Bob, on number 2?
Popsicle is number
All right,
2.
Puffsicle's number 2.
I can't vote for DDH, so I will go.
Is Special Chetty out of the running?
Yeah, Special Shades of the because
All right.
that's beer.
It's
Yeah,
special.
that's beer of the universe.
Yeah, right.
I'll go Dankenberry.
That's beer of the year is Special Chetty's beer of the year.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna go with
and,
this guy. for my
that's
number
the Guardian of the Galaxy. That's Special
Yeah.
Chetty.
I don't know if I want to go Dankenberry or Dunka.
Dankenberry.
Bergamot.
Yeah, same.
Dankenberry.
Yeah.
So beer of the
You kind
night.
of have to, or we're
Yeah,
gonna stalemate.
yeah.
Then we gotta fight, and
Yeah.
we don't want to do that.
Beer of the night is gonna be Wallpaper by Imprint. Number 2 is gonna be Puffsicle Peach Pineapple Mojito,
Also by Imprint.
also Imprint, and then Imprint as well. Wow, clean sweep. You would think they had every beer in the episode almost.
Can art of the night. I think this 100%.
The Dankenberry.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I agree, the Dankenberry, but if you show me a beer with Dunkaroos on it, that immediately would grab my eye.
I was more of a fruit roll up guy.
But I mean the
We need Gusher beers.
The fruit by the. Oh
To be
shit,
fair-
dude! They have
what if
to
we make
exist.
one?
You know, once I have all
There's
like, my
a-
shit situated at home with my yard, I plan on brewing again. So
Nice. You're gonna just put big tanks in
Yeah,
your yard?
Yeah.
huge tanks.
I just need once I have
Um,
like my shed to store shit in.
Yeah. A little meth.
Like,
shit, but it's gonna be
I
all
do
beer.
like I
I
do
swear
like
I'm not making meth. It's beer.
I do like these two, but they're essentially the same. They are the same can,
Yeah.
but just like a slightly different color
Yeah,
in behind them. So
this one's pretty cool though too.
Yeah, I think if I went to the store and I was like, man, there's stouts, and I'm not even a stout drinker, but because it's a Dunkaroos look thing, I'm gonna look for it.
I'd buy this.
This is like a 1973 Robin Trower album cover.
Yeah, it does look like a true psychedelic.
And it's
stuff.
almost like For Earth Below.
Yeah,
So what's your pick?
for can art,
Yeah, dang it. So dang it.
Frankenberry. Like I go, this is like fucking it's Frankenberry. I'm in.
And he's electrocuting a hop.
Like I hope they have a Count Chocula stout.
We did have
Count Hopula.
Who the hell did we have the breakfast beers from? Not the recent ones that you hated. I think it was from
That was
Ingenious. We had from Ingenious. We had
So
their breakfast beers a long time ago. Ben got them. They're from Texas. But all right, cool. That's our beer of the night. Overall presentation. Anyone have a running for that? I would still stick with the Dunkin' for overall presentation.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool concept. I like it. And
Yeah.
obviously, people are going to fucking any 90s kids are going to eat this shit up. So,
Nikolai drove all the way.
yeah.
So, Nikolai loves Fourscore because they scratch a nostalgia itch. Like
Yeah.
they make the
And
jump.
he doesn't even like beer.
He doesn't, but he'll go buy it because he likes the can art.
Oh, I just noticed like the cookies, they're hop cookies.
yeah,
And it's-
with their logos on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say the 4-score wins overall presentation. The Dunka
And it's a cool collaboration too. So it looks like Fourscore did the Dunka, and like Hysteria was the focus on the Raccoos.
Yeah, it was a cool can, cool idea. Once again, we want to thank you, Cheesefoot, for providing us the imprint beers and helping us with this episode.
Thanks, Cheese.
Thanks, Cheese.
We finally got caught up on beers in the fridge, and then between Cheese and Jen, they just dropped bombs on us. They're like,
here's 30 beers.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, man. This bi-weekly, man. We got to go a little harder now. Bob, what do you got to plug?
Cape May Brewing.
Yeah, we just added Cape May to the table. It's right here, Cape May Brewing Company. Just their stickers now added. If you have a sticker or anything cool you want to add to the table, let us know. We'll slap that sticker on here. What do you got going on?
Not much. I went away from the Fright Rags this week to wear my Rusty Rail shirt I got.
They're gonna be so disappointed.
They are.
I almost wore a Fright Rag shirt today because I got the Winchester.
I'm bummed because fucking Joe Bob Briggs is gonna be at Mahoning Drive-In.
He is
in July, but I can't swing it.
Yeah, I was looking at it too.
Yeah,
but on the point with Rusty Rail, I do want to bring up that a lot of people talk about like the craft breweries opening, but the amount of them that take over old buildings that towns would otherwise
get rid of,
like knock down or whatever. Yeah, so you figure Black Rock, you figure Fourscore, figure
Pilgaroo.
Rusty Rail, so Pilgaroo, like places that would otherwise be empty, are now revitalizing towns or bringing people in from outside.
Like that YWCA building in Pottsville,
like
set
that.
I want to say vacant for like 20 years
or longer. It's just it's just like they're bringing.
The same thing with Stoker's.
Yeah. It wasn't a laundromat, right?
Yeah.
So like they're bringing life into places that otherwise towns would have just knocked down and made like I've either a parking lot or just been empty.
Yeah,
so
Pilgaroo is in the old Coney building in Pottsville.
Yeah.
The cool thing that when I went to the soft opening for Black Rock that I really didn't give a lot of credit to when I did my earlier speech is just being in an environment again where people are just drinking, like having some beers and relaxing and enjoying themselves and just listening to some music and just enjoying the craft beer world. And it was busy. For what they were allowed to put in there, the outdoor was full, the indoor was as full as it could be. People were really enjoying themselves. The staff was it was interesting to see staff like, oh my God, we have people like it was like almost back to normalcy. And if Black Rock is that busy and Special Chetty is going on up at the brewery, and we don't even have Pilgaroo yet.
This
is as soon as they open, it's gonna explode here.
Little Brown Barrel in Minorville's working on a beer garden now.
But I'm saying
they just broke ground for it.
Could you imagine just people physically walking around Pottsville?
Just getting beers.
Pottsville has the biggest opportunity to become like Jim Thorpe.
Yeah,
and now that it's in the right hands, hopefully we start getting that way.
And it's
Pottsville's a cool town.
And when I say this, I don't say it as because I know there's some people who are like, oh my God, like there's people who just don't like the beer world. Like, oh, everyone's identity is just being drunk in a bar. But not every person in a bar is like an idiot. Like it is a social.
With craft beer, like 99% of the time, my focus is not getting fucked up.
It's just hanging out.
Because you're there
with like-minded people.
Yeah.
Like
it's there.
And everyone else
have a few beers, eat good food, and hang out with my friends.
And everyone else there that's
maybe
not
some music
in your friends group is all like-minded.
Yeah.
So you can talk about beers.
Games.
You can just hang out.
And then the parking garage is almost done in Pottsville.
Yep.
So Pottsville has 2 parking garages. So you can park in a parking garage by Pilgaroo, or you can park in the one by the Yuengling. You can go up to Yuengling, hit that tap room up, and explore some Yuengling stuff. Walk down the street, turn the corner, you're at Black Rock, and then you walk down the other end of town, and you're at Pilgaroo. Like you can walk around Pottsville,
or even get a coffee or tea at Press.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a shame no one has opened up something good in the porterhouse space.
Yeah.
Because that is such potential too.
And I don't want to give anything away, but also the Crimson House is revamping some stuff. They're putting a sports bar in, and they're doing some pretty cool stuff on the 2nd floor that be excited for.
I'm surprised that no one ever took over the old Maroons building.
I think there was something they're working on.
Bought it, I thought, but they never did anything.
I think there's some structure issues.
I think there's more a parking issue.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully someone opened. That was a great spot too.
Mm-hmm. It's exciting, and if that's just the
they just need to level the rest of that block.
Yeah, if they do some cool
there's
stuff,
your parking lot.
Yeah, if they do some cool stuff,
Sarges.
with Pottsville, just having a small taste of going from Yingling down to Black Rock and knowing that Pilgrim is coming and there's awesome places like the Craft House.
and hopefully someone opens up the old Greystone spot too.
Yeah.
That's a shame that's gone.
That bar always gonna have a special place in my heart.
Oh, the Greystone was always great.
Yeah. So it's exciting. And then my heart goes to like, oh man, like you can have a band playing at Pilgrim or an acoustic act playing at Pilgrim and an acoustic act playing at Black Rock, and you can bounce between.
Well, if you think about it, when Yingling will do their summer fest, because they
like a target.
they canceled it. They canceled it this summer, I think, again. But
yeah, that's
if they do it next year, the amount of people that it'll bring in to go to Pilgrim, to go to Black Rock.
I'll tell you what, Brian, keep an eye on Yingling's page. When they do their anniversary stuff, man, it is awesome. You can get a hotel in Pottsville, and they literally block off all of downtown Pottsville. And they have a really cool brew fest in Pottsville, too, if you want to ever come up. They block off like 3 city blocks, and they fill it with craft beer in downtown Pottsville.
Hopefully 2022 we'll be able to get back to normal after all this fucking COVID bullshit.
You got to get you up from Atlanta up to School County.
But we'll hit you up with that care package, man. We'll definitely get you some of these guys right here, some porters,
send you some Chetties, some porters, some chocolate, Hershey chocolate.
Basically, here, DM us what Yinglings you can get.
Yeah.
What Yinglings are available to you, and we'll send you the ones that you can't get.
Yeah, and we'll send you some swag too. But Andrew, what are you plugging? What do you got today?
Nothing too much. We're on the verge, possibly a new Faith and Exile song coming out soon.
Ooh.
So we'll see what happens.
What shirt you got on?
I got Ahsoka Tano from the Warrior Culture gear.
Warrior Culture. I have those shirts. I only wore the one so far. I have to get the other one out soon.
I am not a Jedi.
Is that what it says on the back?
Yep.
Nice. I am wearing my 50% badass, 50% little teapot shirt. Just such a stupid saying, but I thought it was funny. It's from our boys over at Murder My Dude, Jack and Brian. They do a great podcast, and I like to support people, so I went and bought their shirt and their hoodie. So that's what I'm rocking tonight. Support the rest of the network, IWEP Network, by you can grabbing some merchandise from us from TeePublic or Teespring. The merchandise is nice. It gets you pretty quick. We have that. We have the Patreon. We also have other links below. You can go and follow some cool people that we work with or follow us on social media. We just hit 500 on YouTube, which is exciting. So we're another 500 away from getting our 1K, and YouTube maybe throwing us a couple bucks here and there because now they lifted the restrictions. You're allowed to curse on YouTube now and not get demonetized.
Oh, nice.
Fucking A, right?
About goddamn time.
All right. Holy shit. Anyway, but that'll do it for Bangin Beers Podcast. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and joining us. Brian the Beer Snob, his link is once again here.
Hit him up, watch his stuff. It's good.
Yeah, he does a great job. He posts all of his stuff in the Bangin Beers community page.
Maybe you'll soon see some Yingling from him.
Yeah, well, he'll review some Yingling stuff all the way in Atlanta, Georgia. And so definitely follow him, show him some love, subscribe to his channel. I put him as pre-approved, so he doesn't even have to go through an approval process.
Cool.
So he goes right through. But yeah, so thank you. And thank you, man, for finding us, enjoying our content, and helping us grow and contributing to the community page. I really appreciate it, Brian. You do a great job. But that'll do it for Bangin Beers Podcast. We're going to get out of here, clean up a little bit, and then record our Patreon episode so you guys can check that out in a little bit. We'll see you guys soon. We're out of here.
Bye.
Peace.